Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and today is sales day. And sales day is really exciting for me because I love looking at the numbers and seeing what automakers actually sold. How hot is the truck market? How cold is it? What's selling? What's not selling? And so let's get to these numbers, and you can find it on pickuptrucktalk.com. I wrote the story this morning. We have a lot of stuff going on here. We have the Land Cruiser news. We have the leaked Hurricane engine. We have Jill has this thing about truck sold with manual transmission. She's a huge manual transmission fan. We have the sales results, and then we have the new 2024 GMC Canyon AT4X AEV edition released. If you haven't seen that one, there's photos of that one on the website. But going to the Q2 sales results, we can see a picture of Toyota Tundra, which we'll get to that in a little bit. Ford, Toyota Tundra, and Honda Ridgeline were winners, which is really interesting to me. My lead sentence, sorry, doomsday YouTubers. The results are mostly positive. Nobody's going out of business anytime soon. If you've been on the YouTube platform the last month or so, you've seen a lot of these similar videos about how they can't sell trucks, nobody's buying them, and everybody's going to go out of business, and it's terrible. Ooh. Well, the results are actually up. And so there's a lot more commentary on the website. I'm going to skip this so I kind of talk to you about the commentary. But there's a lot of commentary on there for more details on the results. But here we go. The sales chart is right here. So full-size truck sales, the Ford F-Series, which includes the F-150, 250, 350, and 450. And note, I took out the Lightning numbers from this. They're down below. That's actually included in F-Series as well. The Ford F-Series was up 32.8%. Year-over-year change was 26% overall. That's a huge, huge number to be up that much, and really, I think, speaks to continued demand and how hot the truck market is. And then they've also gotten through some part shortages. So I think they're delivering more vehicles now as well. The Chevy Silverado, which is really interesting, they actually break out the light-duty and heavy-duty numbers, which gives me some information on how the Ford F-150 actually sells. You're looking at the numbers there. Chevrolet overall was up 4.2 and up 1.8 year over year. And for those that want to argue about this stuff, and granted, I do as well, if you include the GMC Sierra numbers, which are right here, which are up 21%, up 20%, you will see that GM combined beats Ford F-Series, which is an interesting fun fact on the investor call that Chevrolet does with the investors and with the stock market people. They actually put their numbers together, but when they do sales results, they separate the numbers. So I don't know. Ram truck was mostly flat, down year over year. There's not much going on in Ram trucks. I think they're spending most of their efforts right now on the Ram Revolution. We saw the CEO got changed. It seems like some stuff's in flux there, so we're curious to see what happens in the future of the Ram trucks, because they blew the doors off when they came out in 2019, and it's kind of been crickets ever since. The Toyota Tundra has a 48% increase in sales, 34.8% year over year, which is fantastic for the new truck for those engineers worked on it, because you want to have some positive sales results, and these are huge numbers. Now, there is a caveat with this, is that the Tacoma used to share the production facility in San Antonio, Texas, and now the Tacoma is only built in Mexico. It's the Tundra and Sequoia that share that facility that was producing about 200,000 vehicles a year. And so I want to see if they can hit the numbers. They can go ahead and hit the over 100,000 Tundra and maybe 60, 80,000 Sequoias. That'd be a good win for them. But we should see more sales results that are positive for the Tundra, just because based on more production, a new model, new excitement for the new model. There's a lot of energy behind the new Toyota Tundra. Nissan Titan was up 35.8%, but down 5.9%. And again, the sales volume on a Titan overall volume is, well, that's pretty low. When you consider the segment is all over double digits, and you can't even break 10,000. That's not a good volume. But I know they share the facility there in Mississippi as well, in Canton, so they don't have a lot of volume going out from that plant. It's actually part of the issue, because the Titan's a pretty solid truck. I really don't have a lot of negative things to say about it. Mid-size truck sales, the Toyota Tacoma is dominant once again. This thing just kicks everybody's butt. And then we have a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma coming out, which should even get more people. And I wonder how many people we're going to lose from the Tundra side down to Tacoma size, because now you can actually fit in the Tacoma. That was one of the complaints of prior generation. So it'd be interesting to see how that number shakes out. The Chevy Colorado actually moved up. If you look back to Q1 sales results, he moved up about 3 spots here. And they did that by posting a negative sales gain, which is kind of interesting. New Colorado is just hitting dealerships now. So I expect Q3 sales results to be a little bit higher. And you'll hear the same refrain from me a few times here. The Toyota Tacoma should be out by year end. You'll see a little slight bump there. A bigger bump next year when the hybrid version of that Tacoma comes out, which means the TRD Pro and the Trail Hunter. The Chevy Colorado is just not hitting the lots. You're going to see sales go from that. The looking down below, the Ford Ranger and GMC Canyon both posted double-digit sales losses. I think you'll see those turn around as year-end, as more stuff hits the lots. That leaves the Nissan Frontier, which is kind of in the mix here. They've updated it last year, but now these new vehicles come out. So it'll be interesting to see, with more customers shopping the mid-sized truck sales segment on dealer lots, if the Frontier gets another look from those customers. The Honda Ridgeline, it's one of those vehicles, truck, SUV, car, whatever you want to call it, that is up 36.8% and up 38.6% year over year. What's interesting with the Ridgeline is they really haven't done much. They made some improvements last year, but since then they haven't really done much else to that truck, and it continues to perform well. So kudos to Honda. They have a solid vehicle there. The Jeep Gladiator was down 34%, down 29% year over year. And my sense here is people are going to wait and see if something new is going to come out with the Gladiator. The Wrangler just has a whole bunch of changes, and so it seems like the Gladiator may have some changes as well. And then the Ford Ranger, GMC Canyon. In the compact pickup segment, which is what we're calling these compacts, the Ford Maverick continues to perform well. The Hyundai Santa Cruz continues to perform well. And this performance of, look at these numbers, 21,000 and 10,000. And year to date, we're at over $60-some thousand vehicles in that segment. And each of those vehicles are up. And the Maverick, Ford has literally said that they cannot build enough of these things. They're behind. They're shocked by the response, which I'm like, how do you get shocked by the response? But yeah, they said they just can't build enough. And so those numbers can be higher. And this fuels the argument people are having and the debate they're having on why more manufacturers are not entering the compact pickup sales segment. I mean, these sales results show that there's a lot of growth there. And it seems ridiculous that there's not a GM version, not a smaller Tacoma version. There's not the other versions in that segment because it's on fire. So the electric truck sales, these are a little bit tough to report these numbers because the way Rivian does their stuff and the way GMC does their stuff. So Rivian and GMC don't break out their SUVs versus trucks, and that's fine, I guess. But the Rivian numbers are, almost 505% year over year as far as quarterly improvement, 400% year over year. Well, they're just getting ramped up. We just need to get more time for these numbers to come out to see where they actually do improvement. I mean, the segment's so brand new, and people are so debating what to do with the segment, what to do with the vehicles, and things are changing so quickly that I would expect these numbers to fluctuate quite a bit. The Ford Lightning was up, which is good news for them. They're at 8,700 for the year. Remember, they're going to ramp up to 150,000 units is what their plan is. It's going to take them a while to get to that point because they're through the second quarter of this year. They're at 9,000 almost, not even, or 8,700, not quite anywhere near 150,000. GMC Hummer finally delivered some units last quarter. You remember the quarter one, they delivered 2 units, and now they deliver 47. So they said 49 for the year. It just seems like that vehicle is a tough vehicle for them to build. And I'm not sure what's going on with those numbers, but there's not a lot of Hummers being sold. So those are the sales results numbers. What stands out to you? What kind of gets your attention? I know right now the marketplace, there's a lot of people have a lot of concerns about new truck pricing, how expensive it is. We have a lot of concerns about interest rates being higher. There's a lot of concerns about used trucks being really high. This video we did a link to above about used truck sales and used truck pricing being really high. So everything's expensive. It's just what it is. But it seems like consumers are not waiting around for things to change. They're buying now, and for some reason, some reasons they have to, right? If your truck gets totaled, if you need to buy another work truck, I mean, those things do happen in life. But it seems like that market's getting hotter. It's not getting cooler. It's not going under. Nobody's going out of business. All the kind of fear factor you see on YouTube. So speaking of YouTube, watch more videos over here. Website down below as well, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.